Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, if you're new, welcome to my channel. And I'm here with my co-star Lee. This is Lee. You might recognize her from being here before. We're doing a really fun series from me, tips from a photographer, and
then tips from being the photographer's model.
And the series is called PIMP My GRAM. Okay, it's just left me hanging. Gang signs.
Okay, let's get back now. That was
Okay.
cool.
Okay, so this tip is about the rule of thirds and about having the subject dead center in the middle. Your eye enjoys things that are irregular. Straight dead center is a little bit more boring than having it off center and diagonal lines rather than straight lines. So yeah, and then another thing, a really important tip is less land, more sky. And I'm gonna demonstrate that to you now.
Okay.
So for an example, I'm going to demonstrate here the rule of thirds with Lee as our subject. So here Lee is right in the middle of the photo, whereas here she's a little bit off center, so it's just a little bit more pleasing to the eye. And the less land, more sky rule. If you are here, there's all this blank open space in front of her that's just ugly and a waste. Whereas as soon as you do this, it just opens the photo up. You see the clouds, you see the background. It's way more aesthetically pleasing than taking a photo like this. This just looks messy. And then another tip is always put the open space in the way that the model is facing. So now, as Lee's facing this way, I'm putting the photo this way so that she's facing the open space, whereas if she were to turn around in the other direction, it just looks way more natural, because if Lee stays that way and I take the photo like this, it looks funny. I mean, okay, so the next tip is about angles and about taking from a higher straight on or lower angle and what the result is of doing that, and knowing ask the person who you're taking the photo of, which do they prefer? Because me as a tall person, I don't like photos from below because then my legs look like they go up to my underarms, which is not great. Whereas someone who's shorter might prefer that angle. And then yeah, like straight on can sometimes be a little bit boring, unless that's the look you're going for. So yeah, so experiment with different angles, but also ask your subject, what do you prefer? Because if someone only likes lower angles, then if they prefer that, then the photo's for them anyway. So if that's what they prefer, then that's what you want to do. So this is being taken as a straight on shot. This is from a straight angle. From a higher angle, look how different her legs look when you go from a higher angle. Check out that the highlight pops a little bit with the higher angle though. And then from a low angle, at least now we're getting some background in. But also again, just look at the positioning of her legs. That one leg looks super, super long now that we're doing it at this angle. But again, you just need to decide what you like and if that's the look that you're going for or not. Okay, so the next thing to take into account is the lighting. The lighting is something that's really important because it can really make or break a photo. So looking at this lighting that I'm in at the moment, my preference is I like photos taken in the shade because everything is the same. You don't have to worry about half sun, half not. But how it is currently, you can see here behind me, the sun is shining there, so it's not a very consistent shade. I would rather be in a place where everywhere's in shade, but other people prefer being in sun, and when you're in the sun, it's a completely different look. So here you can see, because the sun is over here, it's not there's not that much bad shade beneath me because the sun is quite high in the sky. The best is when the sun is directly above you so that there are no hectic shadows, but I mean, look at my eyes squinting because the sun is right above me. So when you're taking photos, you need to work with the light and decide what the result is you want from the different types of light that you have available. Okay, so the next tip is that also take candid photos. So yes, take the photos where the person poses and this is the pose that they want, so take that photo, but also take photos in between, and while they're busy and laughing and changing positions, take photos then as well. And also, yeah, sometimes the not posed photos are actually the best. So when they laugh, you know, when you finished and then you laugh like, oh, that was lame, take photos of them laughing, because the laughing photos are nice and the natural photos are nice. And yeah, also don't be scared to instruct your model, to tell them what to do, because they can't see themselves, but you can see them. So if they have one piece of hair that's been sitting this whole time, rather than being embarrassed to tell them, they're going to appreciate it more if you tell them rather than just leaving it. And like, if they are not dead center in a photo and you want them to be, tell them. Or if they're dead center and you want them to move or touch or do something, rather tell them, because at the end of the day you want a good photo rather than being embarrassed because someone said put your ear behind your ear, you know.